if we have the idea of non-attachment, letting go, if we intellectualize that, or if we don't fully understand what the Buddha is talking about, we can think that this might mean becoming indifferent or turning away from or dissociating from or just not caring about people, situations, even ourselves. And we're not empathizing or we're not giving any concern for others. I can appreciate that can be a danger. Yeah. It's something that we might call a kind of possibility of maybe spiritually bypassing. You know, you take an idea from the Buddha and you sort of jump to a conclusion that might not be so wholesome or so supportive, actually, and how to relate to the teaching in a way that's really valuable and helpful. The teachings of the Buddha on non-attachment, letting go, we can't fully practice or understand these teachings intellectually. We just can't. And we can't really kind of get it all at once. And it's really helpful to know that. For instance, there's a number of teachings where the Buddha is explaining that, you know, the spiritual path is a gradual path. We just go step by step, and we don't want to try and sort of jump ahead, but rather learn the basics, and slowly but surely we'll begin to understand all the different Dhamma teachings of the Buddha. Maybe not all at once, maybe it takes a very long time to really fully understand what the Buddha's teaching, and that's totally fine. So the important thing, I think, is to meditate, to learn about meditation, to get guidance from a teacher whenever needed, and ideally to have a teacher when we learn to meditate, and just to practice noticing what's present, what we can be aware of when we sit. Make time to sit, close your eyes, get a good posture going, and just see what's happening. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, every day if possible. Couple of times a day if possible, for longer if possible. So basically just to do meditation practice, to start to be aware of what's happening for us, paying attention to the body, paying attention to the breath, and learning about the Eightfold Path. The Buddha's teaching is very complete, very holistic, very full, and covers all the aspects of our life. So there are some really good books on the Eightfold Path, and also the Pali Canon, the teachings of the Buddha himself. Learning how to live a good life, learning how to understand to some extent the teachings so we can put them into practice, and to meditate. And then what we can discover is that as we develop our meditation practice, we start to feel a bit less caught up in things, a bit more, in a way, freed up, a bit less caught up in the ups and downs of life, you know, the roller coaster of life. This is not indifference. This is not a lack of concern for ourselves or for others. No, it's more like just seeing how experience affects us here. What's it like here? And we start to notice that there's a kind of ability to be a bit less reactive, you know, less caught up, less overwhelmed by experience, and more, as we learn to meditate, we become more like an observer. This is not someone who doesn't care. This is not someone who's completely detached. It's more like someone who's seeing and interested and kind of intimately engaging with life. And the more we can practice mindfulness, the more we can really be present for life. So it's almost like the opposite of becoming indifferent. We become more equanimous. We become more adept at kind of surfing the waves of life, but we're not turning away from anything or anyone.